then na mudi di atem makoton gold aboka IMF force sika podu eti say 22 billion maboka mo amagye atumu say maboka nye bonyumo ekakasia na mabo Ghana 22 billion cedis na ye minority dia omatro amo amagye atum na ye kan wase na mo bedi din atem na fanyo ma kan ye say na opon kromati say na no say asati say enye wo be ko social media ke didin atem ena be sesa dia IMF atro ye ba ye no yenim se sebi ebinum de omotecha maso no eye doko nti ye de IMF report no bae nti ye sremu nsem trofo mo waso die kese enye nsem abinum be ka nyina na sese mo tie ne sa ebinum kan tro omu twa ntro so ana omo ayeso mom na e ka no kre wo to gold wo digwa wo akoboka wo si ya kana wabo no wo di akotro wo bi buku mu na wo de dia waton na esika na ba wo si wanya mfaso nti wo de ya kana ya woka na what be da we be company mienu company ba ko na ye di staff salary ato na company ba ko so na ye di sales akoto nti ya ba ye si o menya mfaso na ekana wo boy and the cost of sales in a way
22 billion
inti yesremu atem di die ne de en sheki but ne kure wo mu ne say so far say obi akoye adwuma mpo baby na sende yokofo data binum attorney general ye press conference osio obi mpo oye ayaban adwuma eka 5 million cedis 3 million cedis 10 million cedis yetum frɛ wo iyoko na wakoda ho na yese fa ejapade a asumbo for branch amobile na ne go ball for bed de abeye hu ti o me ba o we de sa 22 billion losses here almost gold board aboke and then who bill ezika ben na yedi bedi bill oh we as said yet here yes wo wi ofun sa na wa hwe won sa we as aye wono se tumi ba won sem na se wo de tata obi a hweniye NDC for nam MPP for Bokrono, MPP for Bokrono, MPP 40 say, MPP 40 say. Gold keka munkotono, gold, munkoton gold. Mokoboka 22 billion cedis. Afibako. Ya kan ya no mu fizo mu didi atemwa. Na ya bohu. Na mu di eti ebubom. Enti no ye de aye kan ne se ya mincha de parliament bebie ye nua no se onu de op debate ya ti asesa ye penisa na ye debate bia ye kohye kuko bie mu aye ye pese ye kai ne se so op debate a go ball for so mu pe debate a omudin kan enkantre majority for no because ye di kan the first motion by no yes ye debate na ye ma gold board embra na yenye enhwehwemu no majority for no mo say omuntie ensentro for am amu nyina mu ni inti no parliament bia ye the motion for eba some motion we there ye be deal with the $1.7 billion, which is equivalent of 22 billion, and no, sa ekano, and yebe somono gold board one. It is a gold board for some my crowd dia. Omudi can chair new majority leader. Onimnyam for agaga, non tia se, and Kobani so omudi 189 no ebe blocko. Yes, speaker so say emotion no eba. More for technicalities in back. Then Kobani say, yeah approve here yeah ni say for the sake of governance, for the sake of transparency. Omo makwan sikana ira sikana she sikana wahin intanya atem didie yesre ye adwuma yesre Ghana man monta yechi na bebi a 22 billion wo no yenya yenhwehwe enye personal attack enye obi ene sebi ye jealous ana ye time no ene ye nebi. This is a complete policy failure, institutional failure. Aban promising reset no and living up to expectation. Private sector soon they are burdening the private sector with taxes. Ghana for electricity aban buying almost 30% electricity tariffs. Who got up petrol? Omu charge you 1 Ghana cedi per liter. Asanya to me bio. Ejuma omu promise here 1 job 3 shifts. Atonsium omu entumi anye. Almost 24-hour economy yenti hwe. Omu ankasa esse so omu ba ban mu a ahoto baba Ghana. And then the yenim say omu chiro mu a na omu akwachi MPP ni chino. Yenchino. Na sana omu ye say nyina no. Ye omu ye say nyina no omu ankasa omu echi guo. Omu ye say nyina no omu echi eguo. Wo chi obi say wabo aman no ka 50 million, 5 million, 10 million. And the minority focus na mo threaten mo be chi omo obi a wire minister da na wo si wakosa ni bibi na mo threaten sana mo ankasa within 1 year gold board nkwa 22 billion cedis. Na why na esesa ye de proye ataaye ehye no abanya ama Ghana ase sika elusi sika kase sei. Why between MPP ni NDC why ena ebo omaneka na esanso omo kura aban tumi enti akoban se omo de tumi no eye dia omo pese omo ye ndi dia me se eni se majority mo makwan na gold board 22 billion ekano parliament bia yanka wase gold board yesremu enya atemdidie mumbe yi mano na ekano mutu mutaya maboka gold board maboka mutu mutai mubetu ya gano Ghana sika yen na yeka minority na yeka o IMF 4 na eka na report no muji hu echinji a yi nti say minority ye ignorant o ye bitter o ye ti sen o maboka eka no so esun ye dibesi a nsentro for ye dem ase nyame hira mo se maba
Semye we yase la drinwa no pa eviana brenina se uri bompa ya kai Ghana Sofre unyankopon fakana shenisa enuna uyo man papa enuna odo ma woman enu arana yerishe odo ma woman enwaneya odo ma woman enu arana yerishe odo ma woman
Welcome to Good Evening Ghana. It's always a pleasure to come to you. And what a weekend we had in the Ashanti Regional Capital in Kumasi. And the weekend was full of NPP politics. Across, I believe, 15 regions or so, the New Patriotic Party had successful congresses organized all over the country, and it serves as a beacon of democracy in Ghana. Later this year, of course, the ruling National Democratic Congress will be hoping to do the same and to emulate their opponents in opposition. For us, the Ashanti region was crucial because of our particular interest over there. Also, the Ashanti region portended one of the fiercest contests for the position of chairmanship. In the end, the results showed that Odinoho Koka had won a massive landslide victory in Ashanti. It looked like that from the ground, and it looked like that from many, many people who were talking about Koka. However, it appeared that in the concluding days before the voting, the Honorable Kokofu had perhaps charmed some of the delegates with his very distinguished personality and calm personality. Some people were thinking that that could just tilt the matter into a 50-50 drive. However, that was not to be, and the ground people's choice, Koka, who has actually been the people's choice for many years, became the elected regional chairman of Ashanti. In their reconciliation meetings, which has impressed everyone, Koka has really set a massive example, and I believe many future elected chairmen are going to emulate. He's done very well. He, the winner, was the first to go over in less than 24 hours of the victory to visit Dr. Kokofu to tell him that, I'm with you, I need your support. Since then, he's been engaging very busily. He's even announced a new office for the Ashanti region. And on social media, you will see that Koka is being taken very, very seriously by the National Democratic Congress. He's being taken very, very seriously. He had a lot to say, and he has some very important things to say, and they are very sensible things. I'll be playing them for you to see. Also, there was, at least the jamboree was across the world, and everybody of the MPP, whether they were in New York, whether they were in New Jersey, whether they were in London, they were in Belgium, wherever they were in the world, the jamboree was all over. I didn't see a more enthusiastic jamboree than what happened in the Western region. Bonzo K, that's what they call him. I mean, I've never seen that before. A guy leaves Elembele, goes to the regional capital for the contest. He wins as secretary, elected secretary, I believe, by a landslide. And you should see the video I'm going to show you. Bonzo K's return to Elembele. He turned the town upside down. That should be very encouraging to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and many MPP supporters that just a year and a half after losing a devastating election, the New Patriotic Party seems to be picking up itself again and seems to be living to the accolade that the elephant is really a behemoth. It's a juggernaut that cannot be wished away. And that's what he saw at the weekend. And I believe that the flag bearer, Mahamudu Bawumia, will be very, very encouraged by what he saw. I'll be showing you the video about what happened in Takrady. And then we'll come round to the Greater Accra region where Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia himself spoke when the first regional chairman and his team to visit was Dr. Okoboy. Congratulations to Oko, newly elected Greater Accra regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party. When I went on the walk, the demonstration the other day, I was hanging out with one of Okoboy's young assistants, and he gave me a detailed briefing about how they are doing, how the campaign is going. The young man, I didn't take his number. Okoboy said he was going to send his number to me. If you are watching, young man, I can imagine your excitement. I wish I could interview you on this show because you told me on that Thursday morning that Okoboy was surely going to win. You were very enthusiastic about it, and here you are with a big victory. We'll show you what Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia said to the Greater Accra leadership that went to see him. And also, we go all the way to Tamale, where Chairman Samba has been re-elected as the New Patriotic Party's chairman for the northern region. And it was also another effort by Chairman Samba. He went around talking to all the chairmen that he had defeated. I'll show you photographs of that. That report was brought to us by DJ Tell, who is our man in Tamale, and tells us everything that's happening in Tamale. Then back into the touch screen. We'll be doing tonight... we have a story on the constitutional amendment, and we'll be sharing that story with you. We are quite surprised that one of the most important, one of the most important criticisms that has been leveled against the 1992 Constitution was the fact that the president under 1992 Constitution appointed under Article 57 and 58 controlled excessive powers, and that the president had too much power under the Constitution. And when you have a constitutional amendment, it was expected that they would look critically at that. Somehow or rather, they completely failed to bring up any amendment that was curtailing the president's power, or any amendment that was nuancing the president's power. That's a very important and passionate topic I'll be discussing tonight, about the constitutional amendment and how it failed to answer the most important question of the 1992 Constitution. Also tonight, we have a story on Galamsey that we were going to do last Thursday, but we were unable to do it. So we will show you that as well. The Galamsey story is very, very important. It's coming to you. We have something on Adamus and the minister as well. Yes, perhaps we'll talk about that. So let's begin now with the touch screen. Let me just fly over there and tell you what is happening around the country for the MPP contest. Yes, so we were in the Ashanti region. Okay, so let me take you through the photographs our photographer gave us. This is when some TESCON people came to see me just as I was about to leave. I was leaving the place to go have lunch. Lawyer Balfour was on his way to, he was driving to another event in Konongo, and I stopped his vehicle abruptly. So he got down and said hello to me. That's his Lawyer Balfour. He was very happy to see me. I was very happy to see him. These are a group of very enthusiastic young MPP people who saw me, and they were talking about touchscreen and this and that and that. I get very excited when young people tell me they watch the program, they follow it, and they tell me some of the things that happen on the show, and I'm very happy to hear that. I get very delighted. Young people, keep watching it. It makes me very, very happy. Okay, all right. Okatachi was there, of course. He was one of the biggest campaigners for Coca, who eventually won, and we shared moments of political talk. Here is the lady here is called Helena, and Helena is an Ejusu this year. She is one of the Ejusu this year. She's also the presiding member of the Ejusu Municipal Assembly, and she was elected by a landslide as the treasurer of the Ashanti region. So he's a member of the National Executive. Congratulations, Madam Helena. And this is Pamu Assemblyman, and this is the former constituency chairman, Chairman Ampofo of the Ejusu constituency. They were all there to kill it, isn't it? And these are some of the enthusiastic young people I was very happy to meet who recognized me and were talking about the show. There's another guy, and so this one is an interesting photograph. My photographer caught me buying one of my favorite delicacies, Agbele Kaklo. And you see, the Agbele Kaklo in Kumasi has a different feel. I'm sorry for those of us in Accra, Agbele Kaklo may be okay in Teshi, but the Kumasi type is different. It's so good. It's just too good, man. And the lady gave it to me, and I had my kube with it. It was very nice. Okatachi there again. I stood to take a photograph with him. I was quite honored to be in the company of all these very, very, very nice people. So we had Agbele Kaklo again coming to my hand. Let's see how this guy, see how he's laughing, he's happy. He didn't know that I'm taking Agbele Kaklo. Whoa, okay, yeah. When I do this then. All right, okay, so here's Obo. I was going to tell you what I told him that got him to laugh so loud, but I can't tell you. It's just a secret between Obo and I. I can't tell you what I said, but I said something that got him to laugh very, very, very loud. This young man, also very interesting guy. He came in at the conference as a special guest. He's a TESCON guy. And he also publicized our show on his social media Facebook page, and we are very grateful to him. Here's a journalist who was asking me a few questions, etc., etc. This is Lexi. Lexi contested the lady whose back of head you can see. Lexi contested deputy secretary. She didn't win, but she's a very energetic young woman for the New Patriotic Party, Lexi Boahene. Obo and I again in a good shot. Konkon Tiba, I usually call him. Obo is perhaps running again for the Asante Achim seat for the New Patriotic Party. More young people engaging, of course. I mean, I give my number out as I usually do to young people who want to reach out to me. And so we're exchanging numbers here with this young man. Tony Mayer was one of my seniors at Commonwealth Hall in Legon back in the day. And we used to call him some nicknames that we were talking about. But Emir is, more importantly, the member of parliament for the Odotobri constituency. He's a barrister and solicitor who practiced in Kumasi for a long time, as did his late father, who was a famous Kumasi UP lawyer Emir back in the day. This is lawyer Emir's son, Tony. So I had conversations with Tony. What am I doing here? Okay, so I'm trying to slip away from one end of the polling station to the other, and the police have sort of divided it with these things. So I was just trying to slip it in over there. Talking to more people around the Congress grounds, and I met this lady as well. Who is Michael Awuku, was elected the secretary. Eventually, he was elected as secretary. There again, I'm going under some of these things. Still talking to more young people. And these women were very excited. They were giving the vibe outside the Congress grounds in front of the Prempeh Hall, Prempeh Assembly Hall. And they gave the vibe. The noise making and the enthusiasm, you see most of them showing coca photographs. Dennis Kwakwa also won massively, and it was widely expected that he would win. This poster says, Chairman Odenehu Kweku Apia extends a warm welcome to all delegates. A lot of coca fans, a lot of noise made about coca. See this innocent looking guy. I just like this shot. That's why I shared with you. He was part of the group that was enthusiastically cheering Dennis Kwakwa again, lifted high over there. And okay, so this photograph, I like you to see it, what was I doing? I was doing the drumming, and I think that's the end of the photograph. So let's get to the videos now and deal with it. I think what I'll show you first is an interview that I granted to Joy FM and Adom FM at the Congress grounds. It was one of the favorite interviews that I granted. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't seen it. I'd like to share it with you. Have a look at this.
To return to power is what is really driving the MPP this way. It's a human institution, so not everybody likes everybody, but there's a desperation to win back power because people have seen things collapsing. People have seen BEC results coming out and parents being asked to do something very awkward that has never happened before. People have seen it. People have seen their children go to free SHS and they come back and say that we used to eat 3 times, now we eat once. People have seen their teacher training, abandonment of the teacher training licensure ambition blown away, and now licensure exam fees are being increased. People have seen it. People have seen what is happening. People have seen a dollar that is at a very good rate, but it's not commensurate with the price on the market. People have seen all these things, and so they are desperate to pull back the MPP to power. Yes, the MPP didn't get everything correct, but from what people have seen in the last 1.5 years, I think that is really what is galvanizing the MPP in Ashanti. And also the middle level resistance that the MPP was getting in Ashanti from non-committed voters is completely gone down, because these non-committed voters have seen the arrogance of power, particularly in Ashanti region of the NDC. Complete arrogance of power. Never happened before. Regional ministers behave like they are military commanders here in Ashanti region. Never seen before. And it's iking them, it's annoying them. And they are wondering that, what is this? How is a regional minister behaving like he's a military commander? Mayors, they behave like they are the commander of the Recce department at the Ghana Armed Forces. And people have seen these things. People's buildings are being broken down. And they break your building, whether it's a bank, whether it's a school, and they tell you we are building a 24-hour market. 24-hour economy was in the NDC manifesto. Go check the NDC manifesto, see whether the word market was in anywhere around the 24-hour economy. Suddenly, government redefines the 24-hour economy and comes and tells us that 24-hour economy is about markets. What does that mean? Ghana have had markets for 180 years. Asafo market is older than Ghana's independence. Edum market and KJTR market and Makola market, they are older than Ghana's independence. We've already had markets. Suddenly, government comes and says, I'm doing a 24-hour economy and it's anchored on markets. Okay, go ahead with your markets. No, I break your school building and I'll do markets. I break your bank and I do markets. People are seeing these things and they are desperate for the MPP to return to power.
Did you like that interview? Tell me what you didn't like about it in the comments. Reach out to us on Good Evening Ghana Official on Facebook, and you can write to us and tell us what you think. All right, now moving to the next video. This is a short montage we put together about the victory of Coker, his message, his power of reconciliation, and his readiness for the job. Listen to this. Have a look at this video from the Ashanti region.
The election is over. The election
Ma omeyi munsem yewe yase.
Obit me got that part, we got that radio station. No offend who NPP. Now or super cool no obi agani fe the guy can job because I will be interested. So interesting na. And it's my ball of pain when I go near Madia. Not one on Tumbi. One can be more me. Nekono. They must have interest in Nano and call near Manda Tabamuda Omiano and you're interested. Get in a call. I'm not already 2028. Yaki on Chebiano.
I know so it's not an easy task, but with all of us around, see it me and succeed. So Sidinia we need 2028 to be a victory for all of us. My doors are open. Morning, evening, everything. Be extra if you need my advice or my thinking, you can call me. Mesusu Bibi or I'll call you.
Ma omeyi munsem yewe yase. Nadrinwanopa eviana brenina sewore bomba ya kaigana sufre unyango bon fagana shenisa enona uyo mambapa enona uyo odo mauma eno arana yerishishe odo mauma
The next video I'm going to show you is from the Western region, and it's my favorite video. I want to meet this guy. He's called Bonzoke. He's in Elembele constituency. The guy has so much aura, so much political vibe. It's just amazing. He won and was elected the secretary for the Western region for the New Patriotic Party. He went from Elembele, delivered the victory, came back to Elembele. Should Amakofi Boa be worried about Bonzoke? Maybe he should be. Should NDC Western region be worried about Bonzoke? Maybe they should be. This is Bonzoke. Have a look. That was Bonzo K. I'm sure you love him the same way as I do. Bonzo K, we are coming to Western Region. We're going to sit down with you and give us an exclusive interview about what you want to do with the MPP in Western Region. Hooray! Bonzo K. I like his name, man. I like the guy. So this is from Tamale. This was so beautiful, man. So this is the embrace between Chairman Samba and Dagomba Boy, who were the two principal competitors for the Western Regional Chairmanship. And you see the former youth organizer for the region, Alaji Ghana, also in the photographs. This was very, very good. Here, a prayer is being said. Chairman Samba is on the right of your screen. Yes, and Alhaji Dagomba Boy is on the left of the screen. These were the two contenders for the Northern Regional Chairmanship, and today they've united for one purpose, to have Mahamudu Bawumia elected. Over here now is Alhaji Samba again. You can see him on the far left. In the middle is Dr. Fuzi, and you have Dr. Karim, who is a lecturer at UDS and who is also elected, I believe, the secretary to the Northern Region. Beautiful reconciliation. And yes, that's the same photograph over here with all the supporters standing and watching. This is very, very beautiful reconciliation. So all of that came to us from Tamale. Now, though, I'm going to show you a video. Some of the compilation is also in the video, just 2 minutes long. And it's about the reconciliation in Tamale, which is very similar to what happened in the Ashanti region, which by the close of the week, I believe, would have happened everywhere else. Very, very great Congress in Tamale. There were no knives, there were no daggers, there was no fighting, there was no violence. This was a real intellectual contest. People of Tamale, this is for you.
If the light.
Open progress everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. NPP, Yenina Bekat. Yenina Bekat. NPP there for you. Obiansa Womu. Obiansa Womu. Obiansa Womu. NPP, NPP, opportunity for all. NPP, Obiansa Womu. Who they? For the people. NPP. Who go fix the system? NPP. Who bring the opportunity? NPP. Obiansa Womu. NPP, 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 NPP. NPP, NPP, opportunity. MPP. Opportunity for MPP. Obiansa, Womu. Who they? For the people. MPP. Who go fix the system? MPP. Who bring opportunity? MPP. Obiansa, Womu. MPP, 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 MPP. MPP, MPP, opportunity for MPP. Nyato, NPP, le mutamido. We are moving le mutamido. Ablega half farmers no ame. Da wala plex le sit MP nami. Nami, da umi able na po miade. Miade. MPP. Opportunity for MPP. Obiansa, Womu. Who they? For the MPP. Who go fix the system? MPP. Who bring opportunity? MPP. Obiansa, Womu. MPP. Opportunity for MPP. Obiansa, Womu. Nyato, NPP, le mutamido. We are moving le mutamido. Ablega half farmers no ame. Da wala plex le sit MP nami. Nami, da umi able na po miade. Miade. MPP.
Congratulations, Dr. Okoboy. He's been elected. I believe Okoboy will be one of the youngest elected Greater Accra Regional Chairman, and he was also the first to attend Dr. Bawumia's home. Of course, Dr. Bawumia is in Greater Accra region, and the Greater Accra is his home region for the purpose of his work. We know that Wale Wale is there, but here is where he's working, and Okoboy took the first step to announce to everyone that the capital is the capital. Whether you like it or not, is the capital. So he was the first to go into Dr. Bawumia's home to meet with him. But we are very happy with the comments that Dr. Bawumia made after Okoboy had spoken. Very, very, very interesting comments Dr. Bawumia made. Listen to this.
This is a very great day. We have the newly elected Greater Accra Regional Executive, led by the chairman, Okoboy, Dr. Okoboy. Let me congratulate you all, and also congratulate the constituency chairman who are here. We've all fought a solid battle, and you've been here. I know Dr. Okoboy very, very well. We are very good friends. He's a good man. He's unified. And I believe that he is going to really bring us a lot of seats in Greater Accra. The goal for all of us is to win the 2028 election. This is just a stepping stone towards winning 2028. As a party, we have been engaged in an exercise of reorganization. We've had our polling station elections, we have our electoral area, we've had our constituency, we've now had our regional elections, and we will culminate that process on October 3rd with the national elections. And therefore, at the end of that, the party will be in a good position to have that vehicle that drives us to victory in 2028. So there's a lot of work ahead of us, and we are going to do that work in unity. If we are united, I'm telling you, we will win 2028. That is the key ingredient for victory. It's unity, and that is what I want to really plead, that this election is over. You've had competitors. Let us come together. And I believe in what Dr. Okoboy has said, that he would do everything to bring everybody and use everybody's talents. Because if we keep our talents, at home or in the capital, it doesn't help the party. We want to use everybody's talents to get victory for the party. And I want to emphasize that, I'm open to work with everybody.
Yes, that was Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Now let's congratulate all the Jeff Kunedu Ado retained the seat as Eastern Regional Chairman. There was widely rumored that some important people wanted him out, but Dr. Brian Achampong stood firm. And so there's a tussle over who controls Eastern Region. But at the end of the day, the story is about Mahamudu Bawumia. And I believe that Jeff Kunedu Ado is going to fiercely collect all the seats in the Eastern Region for Mahamudu Bawumia. Congratulations, Jeff. It was tight, but you made it. Okay, let's see who is next. That's Joseph Kobna Esibu retains his seat as a Central Regional MPP chairman, and Kobna Esibu was retained as a Central Region NPP chairman, so he's going to continue his work. I've seen him pay a courtesy call on the indefatigable minority leader Alex Markin, and I know that the work has already begun. Here is Makafui Wanya, who wins the Volta Region MPP. Very handsome man. And of course, our Volta Region youth organizer is Senyo, who was here with us and who also famously won his seat. Congratulations to you, Senyo, for winning. We hope that your appearance on Good Evening Ghana helped you to win. Okay. All right. Next is Chairman B. Abronya DC was retained by one of the widest margins in the Bono region. We'll have enough occasion to discuss Bono East and Savannah and all that. That's also coming. Let's go over to our ladies and see what messages they have for us. But just before then, this is a very interesting video of some guy sitting at the stadium. Random guy. I don't think it's a social media great. Just a random guy making a political point about how he says the MPP, the NDC is feeling about the MPP elections that occurred last weekend. And he has another video implanted in his where an MPP person is talking, NDC person, sorry, is talking about what the NDC should do to sort of react to the MPP's election. Have a look at this video. After that text messages, when we come back, we'll be ready to deal with this now big matter of legal vacation. As you know, on Thursday, the Supreme Court will be deciding whether or not Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, the Member of Parliament for Ofuasi Ayerebi, has a case against the Lord Chief Justice. Oppong-Nkrumah has brought a declaration to the Supreme Court seeking a declaration that the Lord Chief Justice is wrong in compelling courts to sit during the vacation and for lawyers to attend trials during the vacation. On Thursday, the Supreme Court is looking at that. When we come back on the touch screen after the break and the text messages, I'll show you where this case is going. And then we have something to say on constitutional amendments. And then we have something to say on Galamsey. Maybe we have something to say on Adamus. We'll be back with that. So see this video and then the text messages.
Hey, Obiniyam, say him. Minya, MPP for na akɔtɔ ɔmo aba yi ɔmo regional officers. Masa, MPP for ɛto aba ni wie yɛ no. NDC for Obiniyam him. Me say, nkra ne kyerɛ sɛ NDC for ne ho woso. NDC for na bo shake. Hey, yɛsi pata bibiri atiɛsi ɔmo so, especially our headquarters for nkra. Na ɔmo se ohwɛ nkɔfo a MPP for akɔtɔ aba yi ɔmo atitumi ani ntini. Across all the region, almost one monitor, after all the regional chairman, all the general secretaries, all the communication officers. Na so man share year MPP 4 at the team we about 2028 ya. One share a debate NDC. Someone is our guy we were very popular pan with social media and so. Why NDC ni ebi ambeka semena maker. Was this NDC for na year? Team na MPP for akoyi omo dey ba no wan hwe yi a di beye wom we dey yam na make TNDC ni no.
As an honest politician, let me say this to my party people. O share Abra MPP share Kokofu anim to abeti anu kofa koka tells you say they are ready for power. MPP share Pauliandre anim say or a half serious person or you be serious. Omokofa Dr. Francis Adomakon Francois. It tells you that the party is ready to reorganize the base in Ashanti region. Don't forget that Ashanti region still remains the MPP stronghold. Memo beyond that. Yes. Oshe executives MPP koyi nenra. It tells you say or your party or opposition and adwene ye adwuma pa. So they are ready to reorganize the party's base. And this is a sign for us. Say 7 seats ninye enough. We need about 12 or 15. 34% ninye nyano wa Ashanti region ninye enough. At least yentimia increasing any so. Going into the various constituency elections, there's one thing I want to tell the branch executives. Montua Bama competent people. Vote for people who are willing and ready to work.
Ebusafo, breaking news about to say. And then it's NDC for emergency meeting. NDC for emergency meeting won't cry. No matter say as strategize it. So almost enter or move a election in the day. I was so much pen or form so near day on meeting we are facing MPP team yo makoyi. Massa MPP team no more you need your old Charlie. Or my yisa for no if for no good chain. And at this time no or dear the four or dear pabeno for or more nim kasa or more madrimu dog or more nimu woman or more politics as an ever. It's a bo NDC for the shake. Am I so more free emergency meeting than each ya? Hey, now her videos now made a man. What are her videos no? Say almost say at the back wa more man winning 2024 election no. Eye and tokwa what teaming what coming disunity and to say 2028 team omode kono eye unity and no back wa moto eye unity and kabom into her video no. Her chairman Kokofunu no. And no ya omoto aba ne wie ye no. When we say Coca, any team no more way near no, Omuna co, Yura Cocofu fee, Ecochiano, Adanase. On a swash or bosse, a woman so one, the mum support beyond being here, be a DMP Baba Pawano, or the Bama to her video. No,
it is that once again. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Uya, she video we so. In crying for no, Dr. Okoboy, or no sooner the team no more any year, I won't cry. No one I call Dr. Mahmoud Bawiana so. She? One who Brasia would ya call Dr. Mahmoud Bawiana so. Almost so Cochiano. No more actually say team we, and I'm crying for so be face 2028 election. No, it's here. Obina that former or chat Dr. Bawiano, hey? Oh, one Brasia. What that form flat to say, and what chat Dr. Bawumia. Doctor so say on so ajomo feso no mu nyina de nkabom beje power na fi NDC for exam ai chale me say 2028 election no krom ha be yese nyege me say krom ha be yese den enyege TMP akoyi omu team awie nanso NDC for na abo shake.
All right. So Samuel Ofosupa says the MPP chairmanship elections has mobilized and solidified the party base and the grassroots level. Yes, the Elephant Fraternity is heading towards the 2028 general elections victory. Unity and understanding and respect for one another will bring the winning. Mayor Senior has won the voter communication slot. The voter shall be possessed by the MPP fraternity. Gabi Akusi says, good evening, Paul and your team. The NDC must pay dearly for the dishonesty, arrogance, undisciplined selective justice and abuse of power. However, our internal elections have been superb and I believe the 2028 victory will be ours. Nuri Hassan says, this is definitely the mother of all good nights, late night TV shows. This one is from Mohammed Saibu. He says, Honorable Paul is an unopposed Minister for Communication in 2029. Your interview was just perfect. May Allah bless you and your entire family. Bawumia is coming back stronger. This one is from Junior Akbar. He says, great move by the Northern Regional Chairman, Batima Samba, very visionary leader. Northern Region, we move in 2028 elections with unity to victory. It is definitely possible. Lastly, from Christian Opoko, he says, the next victory ahead of us as a party is for JFK to be maintained and steer the affairs of the party with the experience gained so far. Over to you, Kia.
Thank you very much, Ella. This is coming from Eben Ofe. He says, Paul, I sincerely hope the minority are not all talk and will crack the whip when the glorious NPP wins the power in 2028. If they dare engage in a scratch my back and I will scratch yours arrangement, as they did with the double salary fraud, then the NDC MPs will fall off the hook. Then they should forget. This is coming from Nene Kabu Florio. He says, the elephant is the winning symbol. We shall win to save Ghana from galamsey, unemployment, gold board losses, doomsaw, rising fuel prices and utility costs, state-sponsored arrest, arrogance of power, and many more challenges, but to mention a few. General A.L. Coleman says, congratulations to all the newly elected regional executives of the NPP. Your election is a testament to the confidence and trust reposed on you. May you lead with unity, commitment, humility, and dedication to the progress of the party. We stand solidly behind you. Together, we move forward. 2028 is a must. Fahad Mohammed says, your interview was perfect. Haji says, congratulations to the new Ashanti Regional Chairman. Suleiman Sumani says, it's been a long time since people have seen the NPP do what they are known for. Just look at the orderliness of the event. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia presidency is what everyone is working towards. We are all working for it. General A.L. Coleman says, I have no doubt that the Asanteman Kuka is truly the man for the task. With years of preparation, experience, and a clear understanding of the task ahead, I am confident that he will perform exceptionally well. Finally, coming from Numo Atanfubiu, he says, hi, Paul. I really enjoyed your interview. Next time, I will definitely take a photo with you. Bonzo is a threat to the NDC, and likewise, Bawumia is a threat to them as well. Over to you, Fatih.
All right, thank you, Akia. So I have Rich Kwaku here saying, all I see and hear is he has the strategy, he understands the party, he knows how to win an election. It's power we want, no doubt. Reason we are electing enough people with these qualities at various levels. You and I know what the party needs now is leadership, someone to enforce discipline, shape public opinion, rebrand, and give our party a facelift. Mohammed Kofi says the key issue is transparency and proper accounting treatment. Exchange differential losses, assay-related losses, and discounting losses, where material and attributable to Gold Ball's operation, should be properly recognized and disclosed in its audited financial statement. There should also be a clear reconciliation between figures reported by the Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana and the auditors, with any differences properly explained. Garib Abdul says, the NDC must pay dearly for dishonesty, arrogance, and unprincipled selective justice, and also abuse of power. However, our internal elections have been superb, and I believe victory shall be ours in 2028. Chris Ada says, I'm gradually seeing some form of unity prevailing in the MPP. I'm pleading with all NPP members who believe in the NPP policies and Dr. Bawumia as the president of Ghana that the focus should be how we can bring the party to power in 2028. It's time for all of us to work in unity to put Pastor Osubempa in shame and demonstrate to him that he can never derail the success of the party and Bawumia's success in 2028. Fabri says it does not make sense for Gold Board that is in charge of pricing, buying and selling of gold will make a loss of 22 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent to $1.7 billion in 2025, just because the Ghana cedis has stabilized to the other trading currencies. When Ghanaians' lives have not better, but it was invested in local production and manufacturing, it would have created some jobs for Ghanaians. IMF advised government under the extended credit facility to take steps to restructure and reduce the losses at Cocoa Board that we know for assisting cocoa production until the farmers sell the beans. Even our scholarship and cocoa farmers insurance scheme, but Gold Board does not regulate, and buying and selling of good after pricing has burdened Ghanaians with $1.7 billion loss for Ghanaians to bear the cost. Sumaina says the enthusiasm is very high. God willing, after the parliamentarian primaries, we shall be here celebrating. Lastly, coming from Ibe Faces, I sincerely hope the minority are not all talk and will crack the whip when the glorious NPP returns to power in 2028. If they dare do scratch my back, I scratch your back, as they did with the double salary fraud that led the NDC MPs off the hook, then they should forget. All right, back to you, Paul.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, you've seen this photograph. Do you like it? Okay. It's a photograph. Don't worry. It's a photograph. Yeah, I like it too. Okay, so last week we conducted an interview here with Parkwesi Shandoff, who is the spokesperson for the Ministry of Lands on the Adamus matter. Tonight, we have somebody from Adamus here to respond to some of the things he said. This person is coming from the mine in the Western region, and he will tell us in some detail what is happening there. It's 1 minute past the hour of 10 o'clock. Let me just take 5 minutes of your time to get onto the touchscreen, do one more story, and then we get to the Adamus interview. So let's switch over and get onto the touchscreen. Boakye Agyarko today on another MPP stories. It was an MPP weekend, so permit me to do some MPP stories. When it's an NDC weekend, we surely will do that, wouldn't we? Boakye Agyarko delivered his the constituency chairman picked forms for him today, and this is a photograph that we captured on the media, online media, of supporters of Boakye Agyarko. The MPP chairmanship race for October 3rd is heading to a home stretch. Now that they finished the regional elections, they're going to have the national elections for national chairman, national general secretary, national treasurer, etc., etc. The race for chairmanship is heading to a home stretch with three contenders. Those who think three contenders are thinking Paul Afoko, a former chairman, John Buedu, a former general secretary, and Boakye Agyarko, a former campaign manager for the MPP's campaign of 2012, and also former minister for energy and petroleum. Boakye Agyarko is also a former flag bearer contender way back in 2008. That's when I met him. Big brain, Boakye Agyarko. So Boakye Agyarko today presented himself after forms were picked for him by constituency chairmen who support him. Let's see what he told the press after that. Just 2 minutes long. Have a look.
Let us express our profound gratitude to the Lord for making this day possible. I also will extend my heartfelt appreciation for the constituency chairman who purchased and picked this form for me, and those others who accompanied them to the party headquarters to pick the form. I am indeed humbled by this generous gesture. Truly humbled. It affirms for me the call constituency chairman made on June 22nd, 2025 at Longford in Kumasi, when they in unison asked me to take up the chairmanship of our party. Today's event makes manifest the genuineness of the call they made on me on that day, and which I have faithfully accepted to prosecute. Chairman, I'm truly grateful. To the rest of the NPP fraternity, let me assure you that this party shall rise again. Amen. This party may have gone down, but we are not out. And I'm sure that with the dedication and commitment I see NPP, here we come, we will rise again. The objective of my participation is very simple. One word: victory. My task as chairman is going to be that I lead in the rebuilding of this party and rebranding it to a solid electoral machine upon which our presidential candidate, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, will stand and firmly prosecute and win the elections.
It's always great to listen to Boakye Jarko, full of wisdom, really, really big brain. Boakye Jarko, Ofa, congratulations and good luck. Good luck. You didn't call me to come and also join them to take your form, but it's okay, no problem. I want one of the blue cups. You know, Nanabi gave me a red one when we went for the demonstration where they've written they have this stop criminalizing speech. He gave me a red cup that I was wearing. All right. I'm hoping they change this quickly so that those of you just joined me, those you just joined Good Evening Ghana, thank you very much for joining. We've been reporting on what happened in the MPP Congress at the weekend. We have an exclusive interview with a high-profile official of Adamus Mining. You know that Adamus Mining is fighting the Minister for Lands. Last week, we had a program where the Minister for Lands PR was here, Pakusi Shandov. He gave us an account of from the ministry's position what it is. Tonight, we have an account from somebody who works at Adamus. So hold on, it's coming right now, just after this. All right, let's get to the legal vacation brouhaha. Our responsibility on this touch screen tonight is to explain to you. I'm sure you've heard it. What is it about vacation? Initially, the case was presented that the accused person, so there are people on trial. They call it political trial, but it's a trial. Kwabena Edubuahin and others, and you have Hanan and others. And then there's SkyTrain, that is Solomon and others, Dr. Ameyawe Komfi. All of these are going on, and there's high-profile trials against former high-profile appointees of the new Patriotic Party government. Now, the tussle has been going on between the lawyers for the defense and the Attorney General, back and forth. And then the month of August, the month of July approaches. And then general public begin to hear that there's something called a legal vacation, which occurs at the end of July and up to October. What happens at the legal vacations is that courts don't sit. Okay, so the propaganda has gone out. The government says that the accused persons are running away because they know that they have sinned against the law and they want some time, and they are not going to give them that time. The case is going to travel every day. No vacation for the case. Let's hurry up. Some have even asked the sarcastic question that defense lawyers believe that their clients are not guilty of their offense. Are they not in a hurry to arrive at the not guilty conclusion, which will only be arrived at the end of the trial, etc., etc.? Tonight, we are going to show you what is all this about. What does it mean? Who is saying what? Just give me 5 minutes. I'll explain everything. We'll decode it for you. You know that's what we do best over here. This is the Lord Chief Justice in the middle, Mr. Justice Bafo Boni. This is Member of Parliament for Fuasia Irebi, Lawyer Kojo Opon Nkrumah. And this is the Learned Attorney General appointed under Article 88, Dominic Ayini. So Opon Nkrumah has taken out a writ against the Lord Chief Justice and Dominic Ayini because the Chief Justice wrote a warrant to Mr. Justice Achibonga. We'll show it to you, and said to him that don't go on vacation, continue sitting. I am telling you that you should sit with the power vested in me. Sit on these cases, and then all hell broke loose. Lawyers for the accused persons decided that they will not attend the court. Atachia Esquire, Godfrey Adame, former Attorney General Esquire, both had failed to attend the court because they said they're on vacation. The judges threatened the accused person that, well, if your lawyer doesn't come, you have to do the cross-examination yourself. For instance, Kwabena Edubuahin's wife was told, she's a banker, she was told that you do the cross-examination yourself. Your lawyer is going on vacation, you will see, you will do the cross. It sounded like a threat, and everybody looked at it as a threat. Anyway, so last time these accused persons met, all the courts told them that on Thursday, 2 days from now, the Supreme Court will be hearing the matter of Kojo Opon Nkrumah Esquire, and the matter before the Supreme Court is Opon Nkrumah is asking the Supreme Court to affirm that during vacations, the Chief Justice should not be able to do what he is doing. Let's start the story now. What is legal vacation? They'll give me some slide here and you understand it. Very beautiful slide done by my legal producers. So you like this photograph? Okay. So the point about this, viewers, is that maybe you can show it to them. This is better. I think this is better. Occasionally you can come back to the studio, but this is fine. The point about this, viewers, have a close look at this photograph. You see a judge sitting in the middle. You see two lawyers sitting standing opposite each other. They are speaking to each other, but they're also speaking to the judge is called the bench, and the lawyers are called the bar. Okay. Now, if you look at a teacher, a banker, a doctor, an engineer, a carpenter, a fisherman, what else can I add? Any other profession, a vulcanizer. All of these people, they have work schedules that allows them to go on leave. During the year, they are allowed to go on leave. A doctor goes on leave. An architect goes on leave. Even journalists, sometimes we go on leave. Often we can't, but yeah, sometimes we do. But there's a leave schedule in there. The lawyers don't have such a leave schedule. And if the lawyers were to take a leave schedule, it will actually affect the case. It is important to observe that lawyers have a peculiar work to do. If you look at this photograph, if this guy is not there, the case cannot continue. One lawyer alone cannot do the case. If the judge is not there, the case will continue. If you transpose that to a bank, if the commercial manager is not there, he's gone on leave for 1 month, somebody will do his work. In fact, when you're working with this corporate, they send you an email and it says that for the next I'm out on holiday, my colleagues so and so and so the work continues. It's not the same for the practice of the law. A lot of lawyers do chamber practice, and the practice of the law does not allow that. If this guy doesn't come, this guy cannot go on. So to forestall delays, lawyers are encouraged to stay put from September, October to July. Stay put. Make sure you are at trials. If you can do 1 or 2 here, just a few hours, 1 day, something simple like that. But you have to be at the trial. His lordship is staying put. They are there for the trial. They will adjourn for a few days, 2-3 days. You can do a quick dash to Kumasi and come back. You can do a quick dash to Takoradi and come back. Some of the lawyers do cases across the country, so all that is allowed. But essentially, you can't go on leave as a lawyer, practicing law. You can't. So you will go on leave, and you take that because you know that come 31st July, you are on leave. The judge is on leave. Both lawyers are on leave. That's what they call the legal vacation. This is the concept behind the legal vacation. If one lawyer is not there, your case won't go on. There's nothing for you to do. You show up at the court, lawyer will get angry. Where is counsel on the other side? Counsel on the other side didn't come. Then the judge will say, he didn't come. Please, counsel, do you know why he didn't come? Where are his juniors? Hey, stand up. Where is your boss? So, my lord, he woke up this morning with a headache. He woke up with what headache? Tell him that if he doesn't... But essentially, the case cannot continue. You would have to adjourn. The judge can be angry all he wants. The lawyers will be angry. The litigants will be angry. But lawyer Konimo didn't come. So you can't continue. That's what we need to understand. As a result of that, they are not allowed, it's a strong word, but they are encouraged to remain put between the months of September, October to July. That is the legal year. You can't say I'm going on vacation and you are not there, you've gone on leave during the legal year. You can make an emergency trip, etc. So that's the concept, okay? That is what the vacation is all about. Now let's get into the matter. Oppong Nkrumah versus the Chief Justice. Okay, so this is the writ of Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. We'll show you the rest. What's the vacation of legal? That's what we have explained here. And you have CI 47, days and hours of sitting. Now, CI 47 regulates the days and the hours of sitting. So the lawyers have that in their system. They have a few other holidays I have to tell you from the CI. That's also on your screen. Easter Monday in each year and ending on the Friday immediately following. So the period after Easter Monday, what some people call Easter Tuesday. So Easter Tuesday, Easter Wednesday, Easter Friday, then the next one, not the Good Friday one. So after Easter Monday, the rest of the week, the lawyers take it off. The courts don't sit. the rest of the week. I'm going to explain to you when we say the course don't sit, what does it mean? Yeah. Okay. So these are some periods, and then they also have the main one, the period commencing 1st August in each year and ending 30th September in that year. That is the period of their leave. And also the period commencing 23rd December in each year and ending 6th January in the next year. So these are the middle one, the B on your screen is the main leave that we are talking about here. All right. So because the lawyers know and the judicial system is aware that there will be a legal vacation, but they also know that legal vacation doesn't mean that every court is locked. No. So what happens in the system? What happens over the last how many years? Recently we're celebrating 150 years of the Supreme Court. So what has been happening over the last 150 years is that by June, is it June? Yes, by June, the Lord Chief Justice will publish a list of judges who are going to sit in this vacation. They will have criminal judges and they will have civil judges who are going to sit in this vacation. It's published. Every lawyer knows. Now, the purpose of this publication, I like what they are giving me now. Excellent. So, viewers, if you can follow, can they see it clearly? Yeah, maybe put it up like that. Should I spread it out so they can see it? Great. Can you see it better? Now, look at the date on this document. And it's a memorandum to all judges. And it's from the Deputy Judicial Secretary. And is dated 16th of June 2026. The subject is roster for vacation sittings on the High Court 2026. Respectfully, the letter says, I have been directed by His Lordship the Acting Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Gabriel Poaman, to forward the attached roster for sittings of the High Court during the 2026 legal vacation for your kind attention. Please accept the compliments, he says, of His Lordship the Acting Chief Justice. So by June 16th, 2026, the members of the Ghana Bar Association and members of the Dafia Makpo Bar Association, which is just Dafia Makpo and Madina MP and 3 of them. So 3 of them are members of one bar association. The rest of the lawyers are members of the Ghana Bar Association. They all knew, they were all aware that the following judges are going to be vacation judges. All the vacation judges are High Court judges because it is known that the High Court takes a lot of issues. So they have them. Now, it is important for us to clarify here that when a vacation judge is named, if you understand a bit of equation, the vacation judge is the constant in the equation. The variable is the cases that will come to him. So when you are named as a vacation judge, it doesn't mean that the work that you have been doing during the term, you continue doing it during the vacation. No, that's what it means. You stop the work that you've been doing because the lawyers have gone on vacation. They'll come in October. And then you have been listed as a vacation judge. So you sit down and wait. So when people have cases during the vacation, they know that I have to file it to this judge. These are vacation judges. The rest are not available. So let's look at the roster properly because there's something interesting I'm going to bring out in the roster. So if you look at the roster that was given for vacation judges, this is Land Court 1, 2, 3. It's Justice Rubina Ajele Kwesen, Mrs. She's a vacation judge. She'll be sitting. Justice Efio Usu Apia will be sitting. Justice Caleb Abedu will be sitting. That's Labor Court 1. And then Justice Mariam Sinari will be sitting. Justice Sedinam Awo Kwadam will be sitting. Justice Halima El Alawari Al Basit will be sitting. And Justice Isaac Addo will also be sitting. Now, look at the one that we have circled. Justice Kokuvi Tay. There's a reason why we have circled that. It's very important. I'm going to explain it now. Now, keep your eye on it, please. Justice Kokuvi Tay is the same judge who is prosecuting the matter of the National Service people. What do they, Gift Owari and co. Justice Kokivite is the judge for that matter. But listen to this. Because that matter is a criminal trial matter, that should be suspended during the vacation as normal, she has actually suspended that matter. So Gift Owari and co. will reappear before Justice Kokuvite in October. But Justice Kokuvite is a vacation judge. It doesn't mean that she's going to continue with the Gift Owari matter during the vacation. It means that she's been listed as a vacation judge. She's going to sit down as a constant in the equation and wait for the variables, which is the cases that will come before her. She's not going to treat any of the trial cases that she was already doing during the legal term year. She's going to wait on those ones adjourn them until after the vacation, but she's been listed as a vacation judge, so she will hear them. What happens to these vacation judges? Well, don't they go on vacation? They very do. When everyone has come back, the Chief Justice will have a schedule for them also to take their vacation. Next year, another judge will be a vacation judge. Next year, so when you talk to judges, as I do sometimes, and they are trying to remind you of something, they'll say, oh, you know, in 2015, that year I was a vacation judge. You hear a lot about High Court judges. Everyone becomes a vacation judge at one point or the other. So the concern that Oppong Nkrumah is having is this. How can it be that on the 16th of June, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, has issued the list of vacation judges, and we know them. And then somehow or rather, you issue a warrant to a particular judge who is actually not a High Court judge. He's a judge of the Court of Appeal, but he's sitting as an additional High Court judge on criminal matters of Hanan, Kwabena Edu-Boahen, and all that. And everyone is expecting these cases to also hold on to the vacation. And the judge says, and the Chief Justice writes to Justice Achibonga and says that you have to sit. And here is the letter. It's here. It says, by virtue of the powers conferred on me, I hereby authorize you to sit as an additional High Court judge at the Specialized Court 1, Law Court Complex, Accra, during the 2026 legal vacation and conduct hearings. It goes on to say that by a copy of this letter, the Deputy Judicial Secretary, Court Manager, Law Court Complex, Accra, is accordingly notified. Please accept my compliments, Justice Paul Bafoboni, Chief Justice, and his copy to Judicial Secretary, etc. This is the contention of the Honorable Member of Parliament himself, a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah. He says that, how is the Chief Justice able to do this? How is he able to do that? And he's calling it an abuse of the Chief Justice's discretion. He's calling it an abuse of law. And he's calling on the Supreme Court to strike it out as null, void, and of no effect. This is the matter that the Supreme Court will be hearing on Thursday. But it doesn't end there. The Attorney General has responded. Let's check it out. What did the Attorney General say? What is the Attorney General's response? Now, the Attorney General says that the warrants issued by the Chief Justice are administrative acts, not constitutional matters. As such, they do not fall within the Supreme Court's exclusive or original jurisdiction. The constitutional provisions cited by the applicant, blah, 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 they do not provide the proper basis for invoking the Supreme Court's jurisdiction. And then they say somewhere also about human rights. They say that Article 3610, which is under Chapter 6 of the Constitution, cannot by itself, or even when read together with Chapter 5 provisions, ground the court's exclusive jurisdiction. So the Attorney General's contention on the Oppong Nkrumah matter is not really on the substantive matter. The Attorney General is seeking to get the case out. He's raising a question of jurisdiction. He's saying that the matters being complained about are matters that are matters of jurisdiction and of human rights. And if they are matters of human rights, then the Supreme Court is not the right place for the settlement of human rights matters. The Constitution points to the High Court. So the Attorney General, in his response to the writ for Thursday, is going to ask the Supreme Court that your jurisdiction has not been properly invoked, and send Kojo Oppong Nkrumah to the High Court to argue his human rights matter. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah's lawyers are going to argue otherwise. They are going to say that what they are complaining about is an abuse of law. It's the way in which a law has been used, and only the Supreme Court can do that. That's not a human rights matter. They are not formulating a human rights action. They are formulating an action which is challenging the exercise of discretion under the 1992 Constitution. Let's see what the Supreme Court says. Unfortunately, these days, they don't tell us the quorum, which is the panel, before the morning of the court case. Otherwise, we would have come on the touch screen and showed you a little bit of that as well. So that's the matter. That's the conclusion of the matter relating to the vacation. I think you understand it now. On Thursday, we'll be here. The court's decision will be out, and then we can spread it biggie. Good luck, though, to Kojo Oppong Nkrumah and his team. Let me take some quick text messages. When I come back, I'm straight into the Adamus interview. Just a reflection from last week, and that's what we'll be doing. Just give us two text messages in each, please. I think we start from Fatih. Fatih, if you're ready.
All right, so I have Samuel Kwaku here saying, it's better. Vacation cases are now new. That comes up during vacation. Godwin says, do you know what we achieved in? We are still continuing achieving. Nyako says, we listen to you always because most of the journalists in this country, you are the most intelligent. Mohammed Belad says, I hope this message finds you well and your listeners across the country. The New Patriotic Party remains the best when it comes to national and human resource development. I recognize that some of our grassroots members are not dissatisfied with the party itself from the video you've shown in Alembele, but rather with certain individuals in privileged positions. In the interest of unity, the NPP will need every party faithful on board. I therefore respectfully plead with anyone to refrain from attacking our flag bearer and allow anything to slide for the love of the NPP. We must prioritize the interests of the party above all personal interest and sentiment. Wilberforce, Bernard Dancy says, in fact, the NDC can do whatever they want with the unanimous FC justices, but with the revelations by the minority on the Galamsey board scandal based on the IMF report, the following bail conditions beginning 2029 onwards for anyone found culpable will be to bring snail claws to eye of the female Anopheles mosquito. Very ridiculous. And lastly, coming from Yalfebri says, how would the Attorney General and panel judges at this legal vacation period of the special court he has assigned to hear the suit that Honorable Kojo Nkrumah and co are challenging for the judge to rule against the Chief Justice and the Attorney General when they deliberately assigned Mr. Kwabena Duboah's case involving missing 49 million Ghana cedis, cybersecurity defense system and wife, and also Mr. Hanan Abdul Wahab's case involved Buffer Stock Ghana because of manipulation of judiciary and just to frustrate the lawyers of those cases and suspects. The Chief Justice and the Attorney General are where legal vacation period is for lawyers and judges to rest, reflect, research, and socialize. So cases assigned to special courts during the season are emergency cases, human rights cases, interlocutory applications aimed to reduce backlog cases and somehow from the discretion of the Chief Justice. But because the government's agenda is to use the court at this period to frustrate and punish members of the NPP involved in these cases when every Ghanaian can vow that these cases are held by the court regularly since initiation. What do you have for us?
Thank you very much, Fatih. This is coming from Wilberforce Kobina. He says, so Achibonga isn't one of the vacation judges. So why does the Chief Justice want him to sit? Oh, isn't this right? Prophet Michael Nyaku says, oh, we listen to you always because amongst most of the journalists in this country, they are the most intelligent. You bring to bear serious intellectual arguments which you see able to deal with them brilliantly. Samuel Kweku Alote Papo says, Paul explained it better. Vacation cases are new cases that come up during vacations. And finally, coming from Gariba Abdul Akunsi, he says, Paul, may I know whether the unfair removal of Chief Justice Tokono has an influence on the current Chief Justices of Ghana? Justice Paul Bafoboni's conduct. It seems the NPP cases have been politicized by the current NDC administration. Over to you, Paul.
Okay. Welcome back to the show. Thank you very much. And Mr. Taylor is seated with us. He's going to tell us about himself and what he does with Adamusia. Okay, I'm back on the set. Thank you very much for staying with us. This is a very important interview that you should hear, viewers, because it has to do with our mining resources. It's very important. Last week, you heard the controversy about a mine called Adamus, and here on TV, I beg the spokesperson of the Ministry of Lands, Park Acquisition, that whatever it is, this is a woman who has a mine in Ghana. We should really sustain it. But letters have been written to Adamus indicating a revocation of their license. Since then, the Minister for Lands, the Honorable Amakofi Boa, has set up an interim management committee to oversee the processes at Adamus. Adamus continues to complain that they have not done anything wrong and that they are being hounded out and that they suspect that these are motivated by politics and other things other than a real violation of the Minerals and Mining Act of Ghana. That has always been the Adamus story. So we spoke about it last week, and We had spoken to some local people as well. We are still doing our investigations. I told you last week that we have some serious tape recordings that we can play, but we just want our forensic people to verify it for us, listen to it, so that when we play, we know that we are on a sound footing. That will happen as we continue to unravel this Adamus story. What is our interest in Adamus? Our interest is another Ghanaian business being undermined, and you know that we have never liked that on this program. Once it's Ghanaian business, it has to be protected. Americans protect their business. We don't say Ghanaian businesses will not do anything wrong. They will do something wrong. Every business will do something wrong. Everyone will do something wrong. But when they do something wrong, their reaction or their correction or their response from the state ought not to be shut it down, close it down, kick her out, do that and do that. So we are very worried and looking at this, very gingerly and with a lot of nerves at this Adamus matter. Before I begin the interview, though, let me say that the chief of Nana Eino Kwejan III, chief of Isiama, together with his elders, have told us that they have no involvement whatsoever in the dispute concerning the Adamus resources or the reported revocation of his license. Now, the chief of Isiama, Nana Eino Kwejan, also said that there is no evidence that he or his elders have made any attempts, directly or indirectly, to become a party to, either to intervene in this matter, to influence or to benefit from it, or otherwise involve themselves in a dispute. They said that they have at all material times remained outside the dispute and have not sought to associate themselves with the competing interests or claims surrounding the matter. They said that the suggestion that we made here on Good Evening Ghana, and I made that suggestion, that I've spoken to some chiefs from Isiama who were unhappy with Adamus' revocation of their license. And they are saying, so this is directly to Good Evening Ghana, as like a rejoinder. So they are saying that the reference we made, that Nana Eino Kwejan III, the Isiama traditional leadership or any of his elders is in connection with this matter, is not correct. Their names should therefore not be associated with or mentioned in relation to the dispute. And so they wanted a clarification on Good Evening Ghana. So for purpose of clarification, Nana Eino Kwejan III, chief of Isiama and his traditional elders, say that they are completely on the fence relating to the matter of Adamus Mine versus the Ministry of Lands, Minerals Commission, maybe Gold Board, and anyone you can add. Okay, let's get to Mr. Taylor. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, so are you now with the IMC? Are you with Adamus? What is your designation?
Yeah, it's a long story. I was part of IMC.
The IMC has set up?
Yes.
Okay, so what, are you an engineer?
I'm a geologist, over 25 years of experience, trained in Ghana and Australia.
A geologist?
Yes. So I'm the group geology, head of geology and exploration for...
What do geologists do? You find the metal?
So we go to the ground, we find where the metal is, we design it, and then we come out with the economics. And then we work with engineers to find out whether it to be economic and profitable to mine. So we are the eye of the company. Without us, you will not be able
to... Are you the people who do the seismic? Is that what they call it?
Yes, it's part
petroleum?
of it.
It's something like that?
No, seismic is petroleum, is just oil and gas. But we also do exploration, geophysics. We drill and then determine where the gold is or whatever commodity we are chasing.
Okay, so you work for Adamus full time?
Yeah, I work for Nguvu as a group. So Adamus...
What is Nguvu?
Nguvu is a holding company. Adamus is a subsidiary of Nguvu.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what happened? How did you hear that an IMC was coming and how did you become part of it?
Okay. I think, thanks, Paul. I think the public needs to understand that we all know that our license has been revoked, but we need to understand the processes that have unfolded from the beginning. And like you said, and like I've said, I'm directly involved in dealing with some of these things, and I've experienced the actions of the authorities when the military came to site. That day I was on site.
Military?
Yes.
What did they come to do?
They seized the mine. So I was on site, they called me.
After the revocation or?
No, the day of the revocation.
What time of the day was it?
It was around 4 p.m.
Where is the mine?
It's in Western Region.
So your office is on the mine site?
Yes, we've got a mine site operations office on the mine site.
Okay, so that's where you were.
Head office was. So I was visiting site at that time.
Okay,
that's
and then
part of my job.
You saw the soldiers coming.
So the soldiers came in. They blocked this. They locked all our offices. And look, we can go through a lot of things. I asked a few questions myself. I was personally brutally assaulted by the military. I was
assaulted.
Yes.
How?
Not beaten, but actually I was.
Okay, they shouted upon you.
They shouted upon me to just keep quiet. You know, like I said, I've worked in Ghana, worked with regulators in West Africa, including Ghana and Australia. But what happened was a shock to me. You come to site, it's like a military coup. You've seized the mine, give us all that you have. And I said, I asked a question, what do you need? Can you tell us what we need? We need to go through a process. So, some of the materials are with my CEO. So give us time, let's compile everything and give it to you. That was my crime. So I was driven out of site on the heavy military escort. I was fined $10,000.
Fined?
$10,000 as I'm saying.
Fine to be paid to who?
To the Minerals Commission.
Okay, so it was a Minerals Commission that came with the soldiers.
Yes. So I was fined $10,000 and I was given a prohibition notice not to step on the site. So since April, I've never gone to site.
Oh, this happened in April?
Yeah, in April when they seized the mine on the military force.
Have you paid the 10,000?
I don't have 10,000 to pay, but probably.
What are the consequences? Is it some kind of regulation? Is it some kind of union association? Where's the 10,000 coming from?
I don't know. I mean, the regional head of Mincom will have to answer that because they have the power. So we understand the government has a right to regulate mining companies. We don't dispute that. But our concern is whether those powers were exercised fairly, proportionately, and in accordance with the process of established law.
So since you left the mine, what's been happening there? Okay, so how did you left the mine, you were driven out. How did you become a member of the Ministers IMC?
So it was part of our petition. So I was driven out. We petitioned the minister after the revocation. And the minister says, okay, he's going to form a ministerial committee to look into our petition. And as the ministerial committee is looking into that, he'll form an IMC. 2 people from the company side and 2 people from the government side. So we went there, and there were 7 people from the government side against 2 of us. So
to become the IMC?
Yes. So minister inaugurated me, gave me the power to go to site. So I was on site the second time, doing my responsibility as an IMC member. So I was there on site. And there's this same man, the regional head of Mincom in Takoradi, came to site with military again, that I should get out from site.
You in particular?
Yes. And I said, I'm here
on the minister's authority.
On the minister's authority. So what is the official notification that I've been taken out from the IMC? He said, no, I have to leave. He's a minerals. He's acting on instruction from the chief inspector of mines that I should leave site. And if I don't leave, he will use military force. So I have to leave because I've experienced that before. So I have to leave. And since then, there's no official notice from the minister that I'm not part of the IMC anymore.
So you have sort of left the IMC, or you've been fired from the IMC?
If you say fired, officially I have not been fired. But I've been forcibly moved out of the IMC.
Who and whom are on the IMC?
Okay, so there are 7 people. And there's only 1 person from the company who is on the IMC now.
The 7 are who? Are they official office holders like the deputy CEO of Mincom, of Minerals Commission? Somebody? Are there people like that?
No, they don't work for the Minerals. I don't know where the government got them from.
But who are they? What is their background? I mean, you were the formal swearing in, so did they say?
Yeah, one of them is the process engineers, or mining engineers, and accountant and geologist.
There's a geologist in there.
Yeah.
That you recognize. You kind of know him.
I know him.
Okay.
And he knows me. So.
And you know he works where? What does he do?
He's a consultant.
Okay. So who is leading the IMC though?
Who is leading it? There's a chairman on the IMC.
Who is the person?
She's called Mao. I don't know her full name. She's a woman, yeah.
Do you know her in the industry before becoming IMC boss?
Yeah, briefly.
How?
I've worked in a company that she's worked before.
Oh, you worked with her before?
Not directly with her, but I know her.
Is she a geologist?
She's a process engineer.
What's that?
A metallurgist.
What's process engineer?
So they work when we mine and it goes into the
machine.
They extract the gold.
I see.
Yeah.
So let's get back to Adamus.
Yeah.
What kind of mining does Adamus do?
Adamus has a ratified mining lease.
Mm-hmm.
We operate open pit mining under the law.
Open pit mining?
Open pit. We mine from the surface. We've got what we got underground where you go under a mine. Ours is open pit mining. And we like I said, we got a mining lease from the Mineral Commission.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is ratified by Parliament.
So how do I know that this thing you are describing is not Galamsey? Which is Galamsey is one illegal and mining in water bodies, mining in forest areas. That's what we understand to
yes.
Galamsey.
So Galamsey, we mine under regulation.
Whose regulation?
Under the Minerals Commission's regulations.
Galamseyers don't mine under Minerals Commission's regulation. Who do they mine under?
They mine anyway. They destroy the forest. We don't do that.
So you have a piece of land.
We have a piece of land given by the government.
By the government that it is okay for Galamsey.
It is not okay for Galamsey.
It's okay for mining.
Mining.
Okay, so you go down there and take gold and you wash it where?
We wash it through our process plant. And there are processes there are laws that you have to follow, so you don't destroy the environment.
Okay.
For instance, when you process the chemicals that you use, there are regulations where you store them so it doesn't go into the environment. So there are processes, there are regulations. So that Galamsey people don't do that. Illegal miners don't do that.
Okay, so you use heavy machines?
We use heavy machines but
these days the Galamseyers to use heavy machines.
We are a large-scale mining company.
What does that mean? That you are mining on a certain number of hectares? I just want viewers to understand what that is.
Yes, it's our production numbers.
Okay. So you export the gold?
We export the gold.
Through Gold Board?
Yes. Okay. Under regulation. So whatever we export, the government knows about.
Before Gold Board, you exported through PMMC?
All that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are a regular mining company?
Yes.
Where do you get your fuel from, for instance?
No, we engage local, fuel.
About how many staff members are there?
No, we've got about 1,200 employees.
1,200?
Yes.
What are all of them doing now?
I don't know.
They don't call you?
They call us. They are all, frustrated with what is happening there. So look, the minister says he's revoked our licenses. Okay, Adamus as a corporate entity is different from the lease and the assets. Those are three different entities. So you've revoked. Well, let me tell you, we've got about 16 licenses on that area. 6 of them are mining leases. Okay, and you've revoked 3 of the mining leases. So what happens to the other 3? What happens to the other prospecting licenses? So now the minister has put this IMC on site. He has dissolved our management, and now they are running a show. They've cut us off. So we want clarification. What is happening? The Adamus as a corporate entity, who is
is there work going on in Adamus this morning? Today morning, was there work going
Yes,
on?
they even stopped our processing plant for about 2 months.
Yeah, but right now,
yes, work is
so
going
they are
on.
mining on your site?
Yes.
That's the IMC leading your workers?
Yes, IMC leading.
Leading your workers to mine?
Yes.
Who is paying the workers per month?
We've been paying the workers until now. So now, that is where the clarification needs to go.
Whether you should continue paying the workers?
Yes. So that legal...
So the gold that they are getting,
yeah.
Are they getting some gold?
So within a week or 2, there will be a gold that we need to ship.
But who is the owner of the gold then?
The owner of the gold should be Adamus.
But Adamus' license has been revoked. But the point you're making is Adamus' license has been revoked. Adamus machines are being used. Adamus equipments are being used.
And they are operating on the Adamus corporate.
They are operating on Adamus corporate's property.
Yes. So that is where...
That's quite interesting though.
Yeah.
So they've revoked your license, but they don't have a right to come and take your car.
No. They've access not even to take any equipment out of sight.
But revoke your license means you don't have access to that land anymore. Isn't that what it means?
Yeah, that is what it means. But
so you are saying that if you revoke my license, okay, give me time, let me carry my equipment and go.
Exactly.
You don't come in, take my equipment, take my computers, table and chairs, and mine.
The regulation even says.
So how are they going to? What's going to happen? Then when they mine the gold, it has to be sold.
It has to be sold.
To who? Anybody?
Now they are in control. They've like taken over the company now. So you can see whether the law is being applied fairly. So it's like...
This is a story we have to continue digging into quite a bit. It's essential that we get onto the ground and understand what's happening.
And look, I know people, we've gone through this a lot. How the processes that they revoke the licenses and the reason, the basis for revoking the licenses, we've refuted it. Look, this is our response to the minister of each of the bases on which the license was revoked. The evidence to show that it is baseless. Okay? And look, on 21st April 2026, the Mineral Commission wrote to the minister recommending that our license should be revoked. They won. 23rd April, the minister wrote back to the commission accepting the recommendation. The following day, we received a letter that our license have been revoked. No notice given to us. No opportunity for us to even answer. No opportunity for us to even remedy the basis for that revocation. And these allegations are very serious, that we are involved in illegal mining. We are a large-scale, internationally recognized mining company. Okay? We've subletted part of our mining lease to some Chinese people that they said they saw.
Have you subletted any lease?
We haven't. There's no evidence. That is what baffles me. That's why I say I've worked locally and internationally with regulators. I've never seen this before. This is beyond me. I cannot explain why they are doing that and the process that they've gone through. And the kind of actions that was meted out to us. And if you ask questions, you are in trouble. So even our managers are even scared to speak, because they are afraid to lose their licenses. So some of us who are speaking, not challenging but asking questions, that the due process has to happen. We are fine. I have $10,000 to pay. I cannot even go to site. I cannot talk to management on site. That is my job. I've been removed from IMC, not officially, but forcibly, with military. And this is a country I called Ghana. A country that I called Ghana.
There were rumors that Chinese people had been seen on the Adamus mine. I saw that all over social media. The government sort of said they were coming from the World Gold Council and they were inspecting something. What more do you know about that?
I know a lot because I'm directly involved with that. So our management was on site. They received a call from the regional head of MENCOM that is coming to visit site, which is unreal because we are regulated. Like I said, our mining lease is ratified, so we are under regulation. So he coming to site to visit is nothing unusual. Okay, he came to site with 5 Chinese people, and our management asked, "What is the purpose of these people?" So they asked them, and they said they are from World Gold Organization in China. I've never heard of that organization. Our management asked, because
this is the IMC.
No.
Your people, okay.
Our people. Because if you enter the mine is a restricted area because of...
But they came with MENCOM,
so they came with... No. Even if you are coming with an external party, you should inform the mine.
Oh, okay. Who is coming?
Who is coming. So we prepare and induct them. You can't just walk... But MENCOM can walk onto the mine. No.
But the visitor cannot.
Visitor cannot. So they came onto the mine. We asked why they are there. And they informed us that they are from World Health Organization doing research for investors. That is what
research for investors.
We have that record. I won't come here and say anything I say. We have evidence to prove that they are doing research for investors. So this happened within 24 hours that the minister revoked our license, upheld our license. Within 24 hours, they are there. I will leave the interpretation to you. And within the next day, they moved to our next mine.
Where?
In Konongo.
In Ashanti region?
Ashanti region.
Same group of people?
Same group of people. They visited there. According to the research that we've done, they've never visited any other mining company except us. So I'll leave that interpretation with the public to. So we are happy that the minister has come out to clarify that the revocation is not equal to, transferring our company to an investor.
Well, he said that the people were not there to buy your company.
Exactly.
They were there from the World Gold Council to inspect something. That's
but the information we are getting, the IMC on site are telling our employees that they are coming, the investors are coming to revive the mine. Wow. So
I see.
So that's contrary to what is being put out in public, and what is happening on the ground is totally different. Well,
you seem frustrated, or are you very frightened, or which of us?
I'm not frightened, but I'm frustrated. Like I said, I've never seen it. It's like Ghana going back 20 years. Like I said, I've worked.
Is it true that your chief executive is being targeted? Could it be true?
No, I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't. But what baffles me is she's a Ghanaian, and let me tell you one thing. When we took hold of Adamus Resources, that mine was going to the end of life was about 2025. Mm-hmm. We've spent about over $100 million on exploration alone. And we've extended the mine life. When we say we extended the mine life, means we found more gold. Mm-hmm. So now the company has additional 16 years
of mining.
So $100 million just on exploration, excluding other expenses. So she's invested a lot of money into this company. She's a Ghanaian. She employs over 3,000 people in Ghana alone, because we have 2 other companies and other project that she's doing. So I'll leave that video. I just don't understand why we don't support our own, and we want to.
Oh, there's been a cry for the support now, but everyone is quite confused about this Adamu story. Okay, so what allegations were made? What law had been breached towards the revocation of the license? What did the letter say? What have you breached? Did they write to you and say you are conducting galamsey?
Yes, that's what they said.
That Adamus is conducting galamsey.
Yes, and the reason, let me tell you the reason. So we subcontracted. I mean, that is part of the model that we use, and many of the mining companies do. You can subcontract your mining. Okay, you can bring in somebody to mine for you.
Like a service provider.
A service provider, and that service provider has certification for MINCOM. You need to make sure of that.
Okay, so MINCOM will get to know.
Yes.
The Adamus has asked some company, WY, to do this for them on the mine. Okay.
Exactly. So even before they got their service, they used the contract between us and them to gain the certification. So MINCOM knows. Mm-hmm. So what happened is we engaged them that we're going to give them a place to mine for us. And the idea was to fight the same galamsey thing that they're accusing us of. Mm-hmm. That area that there's galamsey, we want to mine properly. So we'll engage these guys to help us mine that area. So there was processes that we're following. They've got a certification, but we need to also inform MINCOM on the area that we're going to give them. That process hasn't happened yet. So when they came, we asked them to just mobilize to site and set up whilst we go through the process. And after we get the process, we give them the area to mine. So we haven't even allocated any area to them. So MINCOM said they went to site and saw the machinery there that they were setting up, because we've given them a laydown area to set up. They were just setting up, and they saw because they are using Chinese equipment. It could be that they've brought some technicians to help them set up. So MINCOM went there, they saw them setting up, they saw the Chinese people. Because they are setting up, they concluded that they are setting up to do illegal mining. They were not doing illegal mining.
Is that what's in the MINCOM letter?
Yes, it is in a report. I can show you from here.
Their report is that they saw some people setting up. And they assume, or they are sure, that they were preparing to start illegal mining.
It is in there.
And they didn't ask Adamus anything?
They didn't ask us anything. And we've
did they ask those people something? Did they arrest them?
Yeah, they said they interviewed them, and they said those people were working for the contractor that we have engaged. They didn't mention Adamus. And that contractor is AU Field.
So they arrested some people?
No, they didn't arrest.
They just interviewed them?
They said they just interviewed
What are you doing here? Say we are working for AU Field?
Yes.
Did they say we are doing galamsey for AU Field?
No. Unless.
Yeah. Did they say we are doing galamsey for AU Field?
So that is this is a serious.
How did you get to know this? It's in the report.
It's in a report,
it's reading the report that makes you find out.
It's not just reading a report because I'm on a field as well.
Yeah, I mean, reading the report that makes you find out that they are using this. That this is one of the bases on which they are. They are talking about revocation of license,
and that they've seen illegal mining activities on our site. Go to any of these large-scale mining companies, you'll find illegal mining activities. There's no mining company that is not battling illegal mining activity. Because of that, they say we've allowed illegal mining to happen.
So there's illegal mining happening around you?
Of course. Anywhere in Ghana, if you go to.
But have you reported it?
Yes. We have evidence.
Oh, you've reported it as Adamus?
Yes, we've reported a lot to the police. To the police, and we are working with NIMOS to fight illegal mining. And we've shown them evidence of the arrest and amount that we spent over $2 million over the last 2 years fighting illegal mining. How can we engage in illegal mining? Something that we are fighting against ourselves.
How do you spend the money? On what?
On security, CCTVs, and
so you have installed all those things there?
Yeah, in area where we can. Then we cannot fight 100% illegal. No mining company can do that. So it's the allegations. I would say it's allegations, and it's not proportionate to what, even if it is true.
Let me get some questions from my ladies here. We have to be wrapping up soon, but
yeah,
I see a lot coming. Ikwa, let me start with you. Let's give us 2 or 3 of them of what you are finding out.
Someone, Nana Kojo wants to find out if Nana Kojo wants to find out if you can take it to an international court because it is becoming too much.
Yeah, we are talking to our lawyers, and let's go. You finish.
Okay, just one question. The person wants to find out if the case can be taken to an international court.
Whether they have sued. Is there any
international court? No, just one question.
That's Fatty.
Yeah. So Maxwell Brempon says the story is kind of confusing and doesn't add up. There should be deep investigation on this case. That's what I have here.
Okay.
Ella.
So there's a 120 days issue.
Yeah.
In the matter. Did you raise it in your petition to the minister?
We did. And if you give me just 1 minute, I'll go through that. You see that the act, and that is what we've been basing our argument on.
Yes.
Act 703 stipulates that in section 5.1 gives a broad powers to the minister on behalf of the president to negotiate, grant, revoke, and suspend or renew mining rights. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the broad power that the minister has. But then it continues on section 68 and lists the steps. Those are mandatory that the minister has to go through.
Those steps, and you are saying, okay, we'll let the lawyers deal with that. Let's
exactly.
deal with the geological issues.
So
somebody says, I should ask you, what social responsibilities have Adamus done in the area for the people of Elembele? Can you name any?
There's a lot, and it's all here.
Yeah, can you name some of it so that our viewers will see?
No, that there are scholarships that we are giving to people, and we've supported with other infrastructures in the area.
Wow. Okay. Another says that. Do you remember Otumfuo's statement at the reopening of gold fields under Akufo-Addo? Somebody says, have you noticed that this is also the same modus operandi used against Chairman Wontumi?
No, this is different. And sometimes when I hear it, because ours is a ratified mining lease. It is not a small-scale mining license. Okay.
Wow.
And a ratified mining lease, significant mining lease, has to go through these steps that I was talking about. And you said we will leave that with the lawyers.
Yeah.
Wontumi one is a small-scale mining license. The minister can come in and revoke it at any time.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the difference.
So, and tomorrow morning, will you talk to the workers over there? Do you talk to them in the morning? They call you?
Yeah, like I said, the MINCOM and IMC has taken over the site. So we actually don't know who has control. We need that clarification.
Okay, all right. Do you have a question? Yes, what is it?
But if Adamus owes IRS millions of dollars in taxes.
Millions of dollars in taxes.
Yes, the other day the ministry spokesperson said that.
Yes. Okay. So I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
We owe taxes, but we've not defaulted in the payment of the taxes.
Well, I mean, taxes are paid for it. So.
Exactly. So that's what is happening. We've entered into payment plan and paying, and we've also
was it one of those cited? Was a tax evasion
yes.
or tax something cited in the?
They said we've evaded taxes, but we've also responded and given them our reconciled values.
Okay.
And the arrangement that we've entered into IRS in paying our taxes.
Absolutely. All right. More questions on this Adamus and Ministry of Lands issue. We'll be, as I told you, we're building up a story. We'll share with you. We're just hoping that the Ghanaian does not lose their business through state institutions' intervention. A Ghanaian should never lose their business. We believe in that. Okay, this sort of leads us into our last stage comments. We have a documentary. Is there a documentary? A montage. Preparing for a big show on Galamsey, which may come up on Thursday. We have a big show on Galamsey on Thursday. Have a look at how we have rearranged this montage we used to show you a few months ago. On that note, okay, let's see it and come back. See the video.
How dare all of us that you have in a Yem, you have a police station overlooking a river that Galamsey is taking place.
Gold is the one holding Ghana now. And because of Galamsey Intina, we were 80 tons per year. After 135 tons. Additional, Bibri free Galamsey. So we must be prepared to sacrifice in the fight against Galamsey. Say production will come down. It means that exports will reduce. And then also the issue of employment. Because employment in the Enan Kodani Bebre, Galamsey. Into Okutia Galamsey, a lot of the young people who currently are surviving with Galamsey would also get unemployed. Into those are two consequences.
If we don't fight for the Ghana that we want, we will not get the Ghana that we need. So if His Excellency the President, and I know him a bit, he's a good, nice man. Whatever is holding him, I don't know. John Mama is a good, fine man. His brain is on point. His children are sweet people. I can't understand that he would think of other people's children to drink this water. I don't think the First Lady in her sanity would ever sit down and approve of any of this when one of the people she loves the most has died. Why should the Minister of Lands be raving and ranting as if he's the only one on the street? Where are the people who said 1 week? Sam George, my brother, Iboyo, Okujato, where are you? We have to call you out. My own brother, Robson Dafiamo Paul, you cannot change your mouth. Please, it's not about your party. It is about Ghana. There should be something we should stand for.
Sam George said the president can solve this in 1 week. By doing what? Declaring a state of emergency. And that's true. If any president were to declare a state of emergency, nobody goes there. So that's true. That will solve the problem. There's no question about that. That is true. And if you say these things and you come to government and say that, well, we are in government, as you just said, that the turbidity of the water is getting worse under your government, worse than when you said we should declare a state of emergency. At a certain turbidity level, you said declare a state of emergency. Turbidity level becomes worse. You now have the power, and you tell us that you don't want to declare a state of emergency, and we should listen to all this beautiful English being spoken by a lawyer that we have done this, we have done you and this and that. All that is okay. It's a political question. The acting Chief Justice told the Bar Conference this week that the Galamsey has become worse under President Mahama. Felix Kwame Ofosu, the government communication minister, says he needs evidence of that. He needs evidence of the fact that the situation has become worse. He said nobody has provided the evidence. He doesn't have the evidence. Kolebu Teaching Hospital is reporting things. He doesn't have the evidence. The turbidity of the water from Ghana Water Company, he doesn't have the evidence. These are the matters that is making the politics unbelievable.
So this is the situation confronting the NDC. It is true that state of emergency could stop Galamsey. It is true. The NDC were right in opposition, and those saying today are also right. Now this is the situation. NDC was in opposition, says that the thing is at 20%. You need to declare state of emergency, Mr. President. NDC comes to office at 60%, and they said, oh no, state of emergency, it will come later.
Galamsey, yes, own the politics. Council of State, the president knows, everybody knows the kind of people who are there, that you find the people in there. The executive, they are there. Parliament, they are there. The only place where they are, in fact, even the media, some of them own the media. Yeah. Where's our hope? If Mr. President will not do it, it's okay. I'm tired. I've suffered under every government. You guys can come and punish me. It's okay. Somebody should die for something. Omani, my brother, he died for something. But his own people cannot even make what he died for even count. They are thinking that they've raised 3.something million or something million using government donations and all that blah blah blah. To use that to mask and say, I'm thinking of your family. That's the small thinking that you people have. Nothing. Small thinking. Until you give people money and that is it. It's not just for what he wants. He wants you to transform this country. That's why Omani would have been a fine president. Please, we should stand for something. If you're an NDC man and this is happening, talk to your people. Stand out. You should have honor. You can't be an MP with reasonability, with mandate, with allegiance to the Constitution of Ghana. And you see this and keep quiet and come and have the audacity to come and even discuss the fact that the president never used the word state of emergency. Nonsense. Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart? Do you have a conscience?
At the time we went to do this, and this was on the 6th of September when we went to tell the story, it was 94,800. That was the water stability at the time, right? 94,800. Now the interesting thing about this is we went back today to try and check what has happened. And by the way, the safe levels for stability, right? The safe levels for stability should be way in the region of 15, 16 thereabout, but we managed to move it gradually up as the waters get destroyed to what it was now. Today when we tried checking, we realized everybody else in Ghana Water Company told us something very clearly, and they were very frank with us. We can no longer give you the data because we've been told not to.
And we allow that to happen. How dare all of us that we have these people die? And what asks Erastus, what we are calling the responsible mining that they were going to launch. He speaks to a man who is mining in a waterway by the road, the Bekwai road, just by the road, and nothing is happening to him. How dare all of us that on the road from Bonsu through Enyinem, through Osino, and heading in clear sight, people are just doing these things with reckless abandon. So for me, unfortunately, including myself, I'm not too sure we've honored them. And you know the interesting thing, the wife of the Deputy Director General of NADMO had said something that if we should by now be bowing our heads in shame.
So far, I don't think that I would say that the government of the day has made any serious and realistic commitment towards the fight against Galamsey. I think, if anything at all, Akufo-Addo was even much more stronger in terms of the rhetoric than we've seen under the Mahama regime. I think it will be one of the significant failures if the Mahama government fails to deal realistically with the Galamsey situation, because it's not just about the environment that is being destroyed. This morning or yesterday, we heard about the request by Ghana Water in terms of the amount of the increases that they are requesting. And it's all about the river bodies or water bodies that have been so devastated and how much it will cost them to treat the water to be able to supply potable water to communities and to our people. So I think it's one of the major areas that the government has to look at. But as I said, it all comes down to the extent to which we are prepared as a nation.
Baby, I can't go. And this is for a person to us who are bang one. Because December, last December, me fa kwana utumi fa ai barakese kwana ko pie fufu ebeshi adudama no na galamsey ni left and right na bibi enu ekese galamsey 3 months ago me fa okojo bonkum ni fa
ehfa
fufu kwana ko pie adudama no
Matiesim.
Ya tiesim ati se galamsey no mfidi suo enyasem kuma. Ede ne yetenchen yanka me in particular. De ne yanka fa galamsey.
NDC.
Ede be ne yehu se galamsey eyeti MPP for.